train service should be retained between Ryde and Shanklin.
Hi there, this video is called Lie Historical, Isle of Wight, Line Heritage Video, it takes 2023.
It had brand new trains, but subsequently, second-hand ones from the mainland have been used, and this continued with electrification. Although the island's railways were standard gauge, some bridges were too low and narrow for most mainland trains. Building a small number of new trains to fit was too expensive. So London tube trains, which had been withdrawn from the Piccadilly line, were chosen. 44 tube cars were overhauled, and some seats were removed to provide luggage space. After test runs on the mainland, each car was shipped to the island on board the Portsmouth to Fishbourne vehicle ferry. The first car arrived on the island on the 1st of September 1966 and was soon sent on a gauging run, pulled by our locomotive, Carborne.
Wicked. Incredible.
When the conversion work was complete, testing on the line to Shanklin began, and the railway reopened on the 20th of March 1967. The trains were formed so that they could be operated either as 4 or 7 car sets. Initially, the service was hourly, but this increased during the summer, especially on Saturdays, when most holidaymakers travelled to and from the island, when there were trains every 12 minutes. The staff at Ryde Works, where the trains were maintained, were inventive and found ingenious ways to keep these 40-year-old trains working. To prevent ice from forming on the conductor rail and enable trains to run in frosty weather, they even converted a spare driver's cab to spray de-icing fluid using scrap materials. It cost them a fiver. The trains had been designed to run in the tube tunnels in London and could be cold and drafty on winter days on the island. The drivers were even issued with thermal long johns to help keep them warm. Improvements were made to the trains over the years, and they were at one stage repainted in British Railways blue and grey intercity livery. Rather a misnomer, as the island has no cities. The trains gave sterling service, but as the years passed, demand reduced, and so as some of the cars became life expired, they were cannibalised to keep others running. In 1988, Network South East, which now operated the island's railway, decided that replacement trains were needed. The cost-effective option was again selected, and more tube cars made redundant by London Underground were purchased. These trains had been introduced in 1938, and when retired from the Northern Line, were only a few years younger than the ones they would replace. 18 cars were thoroughly overhauled and modernised at Eastleigh Works and looked very smart in the Network South East livery. The first train was shipped to the island in summer 1989, entering service in May 1990.
Historically fascinating. Wow.
Network South East continued to improve the island line. It opened a new station at Lake in 1987 and another at Smallbrook Junction in 1991 to connect with the steam railway, and the train service increased to a 20-minute frequency throughout the year. In 1996, the island line was privatised. Despite the best efforts of Ryde Works staff to keep the 80-year-old trains running, the number of usable trains reduced. In 2019, the Department of Transport agreed to fund a route modernisation, which included new trains. On the 3rd of January 2021, this train was withdrawn.
Oh, very sad, but historical.
The new trains were built using retired 1978 District Line cars, benefiting from aluminium bodies. After they were withdrawn in 2017, Viva Rail developed a method of reusing the original body with new wheels and equipment. The trains have been fitted out to modern standards, including USB sockets and digital information systems. The 5 two-car trains are able to run singly or in pairs. Track alterations have been made in order to run a 30-minute interval service. Because the new trains are bigger than the ones they replace, tracks have been lowered under some bridges and platform heights raised.
Blimey, what undertaking that must have taken to do that. There you go. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Bye.